Hello there, Georgia. How are you today? I'm really happy that it's so nice out again. It keeps doing this every once in a while, but then we have rain in between, so that's not fun. Today, we'll be talking about some things, and I planned it out before I did it, and it's on a bride and groom envelope that says "Wishing you both every happiness." So, yep, that's a thing. What I want to start out with is a phrase that has stuck with me for a while, and it's kind of a simple phrase and probably wouldn't mean a lot to most. They'd probably think it's silly, but it just, I think it's really good. And that phrase is C is for cookie, and that's good enough for me. And that was said by Cookie Monster when I would babysit this kid a few years ago. He had a CD that he liked to listen to and dance to, and one of the songs was Cookie Monster singing about how C is for cookie, and that's good enough for me. And he had that, and he liked cookies, and he was fine with that. He didn't need anything more because he had what he liked, and that's all he really needed. And I think that it's a really good phrase because he has what he needs, and he doesn't go out searching for anything more. He's just content with that, and he lets it be. Like, when Pong first came out, everyone must have been like, wow, this is amazing. How could they ever do something like this? This is fantastic. And they were so happy about it. And then other new things started coming out, and then they just they pushed that aside. But like what they had at the time, they didn't go out searching for anything better. They were happy with what they had. They weren't like, oh, well, this is crap. You can't really do anything. I don't want this. They're like, wow, this is what we have. This is cool. This is awesome. This is amazing. And it's kind of like that with people too. Like the other day, I was working with Tiffany for the first time. I had never worked in the same section as her, just on the same shift. And I hadn't realized how much you could actually get done. Like, she was doing all this stuff to help me out, and I was like, wow, how do you have time to do this? No one else ever does this for me. They don't help me out in this way because they're always busy with their own things. And now I know that that's possible, and it's kind of sad because if you know that all these things are possible, or if a person can be a great and phenomenal person, now you're gonna have those expectations for everyone. And it just, a lot of the time, because I've met so many awesome people, you being one of them, I'm just disappointed with others when they don't go up to that expectation, because I know that it's possible. I know that people can do it. I know that whoever I'm with can do it. Whoever is not doing it, I know that it's possible. They can do it. And it just saddens me that people aren't always the best that they can be, because they can be. I also realize that I don't follow this all the time. I mean, I try to a lot of the time, but I can't always do that. So, at least I try to. Other people are like, oh, well, what's the point? Nobody else does that. Well, more people, I just want people to be quality. I just want people to be quality. And honest. I love it when people are honest. It's a good thing. Sometimes if people are acting like jerks, or they're being really whiny, or whatever it may be, I'm like, hey, guess what? You're being really whiny. You should do that, because you shouldn't do that. People don't appreciate that. And then they get angry with me, but I'm not trying to be a bitch and be like, hey, stop being dumb. I'm just trying to make them aware of what they're doing and be like, this isn't a good thing. Are you aware that you're doing this? Because a lot of the time, I'm sure people don't actually realize it. I mean, I know that I don't always realize when I'm acting negatively. So I just wish more people would be honest about that and call people when they're doing things like that. And then, okay, yep, there's the setup of sticks on the ground. It's a little weird, but that's a thing. Yep. Okay, moving on. I just wish people could be more honest about anything to each other, and then everyone wouldn't be so sensitive. I mean, if I'm doing something bad or doing something wrong and I don't realize it, I want someone to tell me, hey, Sav, you're being a bitch, knock it off, because I don't necessarily know. I mean, it's me. I'm not going to notice it about myself a lot of the time. I just want people to be kind and tell people things, not mean about it, but yep, that's the thing. So the reason that I made this is because I want you and others and everyone to be happy with what they have. You don't need to go out seeking new things. I mean, see is Sir Cookie, and that was good enough for Cookie Monster, and he seemed to have a pretty good life. And just be honest with people. If you see someone doing something that they shouldn't, or that you know they wouldn't want to do, tell them. Don't be mean about it. Just be like, hey, bro, you're kind of acting like a dick right now. You should stop. And if you do it in a nice, respectful way, they'll be happy with you. So take this, do with it what you will, and have a good day, because you're amazing and you deserve it.